Donna Bush. Thanks for joining us for your CIG Television News Brief on this Thursday evening. 104-year-old Northside resident Miss Thelma Range celebrated another birthday on Tuesday with some special guests. The Centenarian was joined by Premier the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly, Acting Governor of the Cayman Islands the Honorable Franz Manderson, Ministers the Honorable J.E. Banks and Isaac Rankin, Deputy Speaker of Parliament Ms. Heather Bodden, and senior civil servants from the Department of Children and Family Services and others. Premier O'Connor Connolly talked about the visit.
For a very delightful visit from Miss Thelma of Northside, who was a teacher in Westbury, a principal actually for many years. She turned 104 years today, and you would have to be there to see her. Her mind is still brilliant. She has a vibrant testimony of the Lord Jesus Christ, who she accredits as the longevity of her life, and this smile on her face just exudes just inner joy and peace. And when I grow up, I would like to reach 104 and beyond, but I'd like to have a testimony like her, because she is not afraid to say how she got here. Members asked her whether she partook of the Fountain of Youth, and she quickly responded by saying, no, I found the Lord a long time ago. And it's so evident in her life, it's evident that she was so well taken care of, and she is inheriting the great blessings that has been promised to her.
Miss Thelma celebrated with a cake, singing, and conversations with her visitors. We wish Miss Thelma a happy belated birthday. Well, earlier this week, a lovely tribute show for the late Mr. Dave Martins was hosted by the Cayman National Cultural Foundation and supported by the Ministry of Border Control, Labor and Culture. CEO of the CNCF and the minister had this to say.
But also deep gratitude as we honor the legendary Dave Martins, a man whose music, vision, and passion has left an indelible mark on the Cayman Islands and the entire Caribbean, and I dare say the world.
When Dave arrived in the Cayman Islands, our formal cultural infrastructure was still in a fledgling state. Of course, CNCF was created in 1984. It was a time of rapid economic and social change, and traditional ways of life and cultural norms were under threat. From the very start, he was passionate about helping Cayman become the vibrant and culturally confident country that we are today.
Featured throughout the tribute to Mr. Martins were video montages from close family and friends, a testimonial from his daughter Janine Martins, a skit, a performance by the Swanky Kitchen Band, and a tribute from the Tradewinds Band, which Mr. Martins was a part of. Some original members with a mix of guest entertainers formed that band. Now, the event was well attended by government dignitaries, friends, and family of Mr. Martins. Finally, it's more than 3 months into the 2024 hurricane season, and the message remains the same. Preparation is key to how you, your family, and property will be impacted by any devastating storm. Our CIG Television news crew sat with the Director of the Department of Environmental Health, Mr. Richard Sims, as he shared the department's plans for storms headed our way and how you can be better prepared.
In advance of a hurricane, if the hurricane was approaching the island, what we would normally do would prepare debris sites across the island. There's different debris sites within all districts that in the event that we need to move stuff to in the aftermath. We have preparations with HEVO, which is the heavy equipment operators. We have pre-contracts with those persons that in the event that we need to deploy equipment across the island, they're ready. And if, for example, if there's accesses that, we can't get into East End, for example. The equipment already in East End and West Bay, that will help do all the clearances until we can all link together and make things wholesome again. So those are some of the preparations that we do. And prior to the storms, we also want to make sure that people get rid of all their bulk waste, because bulk items, as you know, they may seem heavy when they're just sitting by themselves. But in the event of a storm passing by, they can be blown around easily. And then with water rising, all it takes is, for example, a car can move. All it needs is 2.5 feet of water under it, start moving around. So we want to make sure that people prepare and remove those bulk items from around their premises prior to any storm.
Join us for our news brief this Friday as Director Sims discusses what happens after a storm has passed through our islands. All right, let's have a look now at our local weather conditions for today and the next 2 days. A weak pressure gradient across the Northwest Caribbean will continue to support light winds and smooth seas across our area for the next few days. An increase in moisture drifting into the Northwest Caribbean region will support an increase in cloudiness and some showers by tomorrow morning. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers. Seas will be smooth with wave heights of less than 2 feet. The outlook is for an increase in cloudiness and showers by Saturday afternoon as a tropical wave is expected to move over the Cayman Islands area. As always, we encourage you to check out the best source for local weather coverage. That's the Cayman Islands National Weather Services. Check out their website as well as their Facebook page. If you happen to be watching us on the Cayman Islands Government's YouTube channel, we ask that you just take a moment to like, share, and subscribe for the most accurate local government news. I'm Donna Bush. Have a great night.
The Esterly Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.